Hi Gemini, rising sun, and moon. This is your monthly prediction video for the month of June. And I picked 5 important events this month. Venus conjunct Jupiter, new moon in Gemini, Mercury retrograde in Cancer, full moon in Capricorn, and Jupiter ingressing into Leo. So we'll start with Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer on the 9th. And it's happening on the 25th degree, and it's happening in the 2nd house. So this is highly financial event. Some financial gain, some financial decision, some financial purchase. And most definitely you are that sign, especially that rising that has been saving or let's say earning more money, because Jupiter in the 2nd house definitely should have brought you more abundance, because 2nd house is livelihood. And Venus here is kind of highlighting this blessing kind of time for you, because on that day, especially on the 9th, but could be 8th or 10th, you will feel the abundance. You will most probably buy something. Could be something very expensive, something that you were hoping to finally, purchase, and you're doing on that day. And also could be receiving a big bonus, big amount of money on that day. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be big on that day, because it's a highlight. So you may, you've been receiving it for a long time. I think maybe a year already. I'm not sure when exactly Jupiter entered Cancer, but you have been pretty abundant for about, I will say 1 year, but I'm not quite sure at the moment. And Venus is just highlighting it. So yeah, this is highly financial and highly beneficial for your livelihood, obviously. Okay, the next one we have new moon in Gemini in your sign, and it's on the 15th, and it's happening on the 24th degree of Gemini, and it's obviously in the 1st house. So this depends on whether it's your rising, your sun, or your moon. For the rising, it's something new about your looks and health. For the moon, it's something in your domestic life. And for the sun, it's overall, broadly speaking, your any kind of personal goal, identity, and could be looks, could be your personal goal, could be anything related to wherever your sun falls in your chart. So if it's your 7th house, it's going to be love. If it's your 5th house, it's going to be children. If it's your 10th house, career, and so on. So this is a new chapter, new little chapter, and I don't know the exact chart of this new moon at the moment, but this should be a new chapter related to communication. Could be with someone, could be with some, not necessarily a person, could be, some institution, some place, could be your workplace, could be anything from where you're waiting for some sort of answer. So yeah, it's like an email message kind of energy. And if we consider this as the 1st house, this message, this news can be somehow related to your health. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Mercury retrograde. It's in Cancer, and it's on the 29th degree, on the 29th of June, and on the 26th degree, and in the 2nd house. So this Mercury retrograde, as much as Venus with Jupiter wanted to bring you this blessing, Mercury comes along and says, let's stir up the things a little bit. Let's review if the investments are the right ones, if you don't have to save more, if you maybe you need to change your job a little bit, maybe you want to, actually this is not a new job type of energies. It's more like changing the income. So could be changes around your earnings, like change of salary. Maybe you wanted higher salary for a very long time, and now Mercury is coming to fix this, because Mercury is there ultimately to fix things. Other than that, you should be quite attentive to your bank account, bank cards, anything financial, anything of your belongings, but especially banks and similar kind of stuff, because you might need to renew something, change something, you may need to contact someone, not something, you may need to contact someone to make the changes for you. And it's also a good time to take care of your belongings, because Mercury is in the security sign, so you need to be more safe with your belongings, because this Mercury is about, could be, not necessarily about, but could be about leaving something somewhere and then having to return to take it back, specifically for you, not for all the other signs, except for the sign that has this in the 8th house. This would be a very similar kind of experience. Okay, so the next one here, we have full moon in Capricorn on the 30th, on the 8th degree, and in the 8th house. Interesting. So I just mentioned 8th house, now you have this full moon, but gladly it's in Capricorn, so there's nothing related to security, or maybe someone stealing something. That shouldn't be it, unless you have some supportive transits which indicate the same thing. So this full moon probably is about some emotions that could have been suppressed, and they will still be suppressed to some degree. And it's regarding your relationship. So there's something in your relationship that is, it's not for everyone, but if you have something complicated in your relationship, then this full moon will highlight it so strongly, because 8th house is about kind of, it's about many things, but also a mess, something that's brushed under the carpet, some sensitive topics, some highly personal topics, and especially the complicated part of the relationship. So this full moon highly highlights this particular area of your life, and especially your relationship. Apart from that, you might get news, if you are waiting for them, regarding funding, regarding money that is not exactly yours. So it can be funding, it can be it can also be if you are divorcing and you have to divide the resources, then there can be some final stage of this matter. Yeah, I think that will be all about this full moon. So the next one we have Jupiter ingressing into Leo on the 30th in the 3rd house. So you will learn a lot. You are already learning a lot every day just because you're Gemini. But you will learn so much, much more than before. Mostly something, it's not some basic knowledge that you see on Facebook wall or something like that. It's something very meaningful, very important. Could be something that gives you some very important certificate. Could be language courses, could be some sort of foreign culture courses, which usually is just a language course. But anyways, it's in general courses of a very high importance. And if you have a car, everything will be all right. But if you want to buy a car, it's a great time to buy a car. If you want to go for driving courses, if you want to get a driving license, perfect time for that. What else? Oh, your humor will really increase. You will actually become very social, and not just social, but fun to other people. Other people will notice, because it's in Leo, so it's also about, showing off with what you have to say. Maybe you will have something very valuable to say. Like maybe you will actually start some sort of podcast, or maybe new social media account. There's something new and something creative that you want to, share and talk about to everyone. Okay, I think that will be all. So please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the subscribe if you haven't, and comment if you like. Comment if you like, comment if you don't like. Anyways, see you next time in July.